So, hey, what's up again, everybody? I'm here for another week of reporting in. So, like, animating continues at work. I'm getting to work on a whole sequence of connected shots right now, and I really want to see how it all looks when it's arranged at the end. I don't even know if I'm still gonna be here by the time they get final renders made of the things, but it'd be really cool to like see those. I'm gonna have to go and find the episode of this that is released when it comes out on whatever platform it's coming out on. Everything that I've been doing so far has been mostly just drama shots, and I say drama, it's not really dramatic, I'm just sort of splitting them up between like an action shot and a drama shot. And drama just means it's characters talking, as opposed to like a heavy action shot of really getting out and doing stuff. Even if it's, again, not particularly dramatic. So I hope that before my internship is up, I will get a chance to like sink my teeth into something that's got a little bit more like movement, a little bit more action to it. It's definitely good to get my feet wet in this. And that's not to say that like drama is lesser than action or anything like that. It takes a certain, like a different focus on like facial features and how the emotions are reading, as opposed to like making big clear movements and seeing how the force is going. You know, I have an internship and I would like to see how the studio handles their action stuff while I'm here as well. We had no workouting this week with some of the other foreign employees, but hopefully we'll be able to like squeeze something in soon. We were talking about maybe putting together like our own little night of drinking out with some of the other gaijin around the studio, or inviting a couple of the other Japanese employees. Like, it's not something that Polygon seems to do very often, to just like go out with the employees. Like, they mostly hold little parties related to certain projects. So yeah, like reach across projects. We were figuring that might be something that could be pretty fun. I have been getting to talk to some of them about video games though. Like, they just don't follow games as much here. Not to say the Japanese employees, I mean like the other foreign employees that I speak with, they don't do games much. So I get to like talk to them about Skullgirls and show them really cool game animations, and I was showing them like Warcraft cinematics just for like visual lighting reference and stuff, and it's like, I get to share these things with people who haven't already seen them before. And I know that in the beginning of March, we have plans to hit up the Ghibli Museum. And having never watched a Ghibli film, I'm not going out of any particular interest. It's more just like, as an animator, if I had the chance and didn't take it, I feel like I can feel the judgment from everybody in my future coming down on me for that. As for personal stuff, I've been back to Shibuya multiple times now. It's, again, kind of like Japan, starting to lose its little flair a little bit. There's still thousands of things there that I haven't seen, and every time I go back, I'm going to a different place. I finally found a beef bowl today. Had not managed to get into one, but it's been here a month, like today, and, you know, perfectly functional as a meal. It was cheap. I think that's the big part, is it was filling, and it was cheap, and I really like that super thin sliced meat, so I'm probably gonna, anytime there's a chance, I have said, if I can find like a good meal for under 400 yen, I'm just gonna stop in and take it. Because that's something else that's been cooked and has flavor. And that's about as cheap as it gets here. But I do need to like pay attention to my cash, because I lost a lot of money this week. There were a couple of expensive nights out to try stuff that cost a lot. And I mean, like, I lost track of the conversion when there was alcohol involved, and also physically hurt a lot the next day. Like, I went out clubbing all night on Friday because the trains just don't run from about 12:30 until 5 a.m. So I went out to a Nomi Hodai, all you can drink, with other foreigners, met some more people, and around 12 o'clock, me and my London friend that we went with, we followed an Irish guy out of the bar and met his friends, and decided we weren't done having fun with the night yet. So we wandered around, went to 7-Eleven, got beers, walked on the street with them for a while, walked to another like restaurant that somebody had heard of as like a good sit-down place, but then we got there and it was bougie as fuck, and there was just people in suits and cocktail dresses. So we got like waters and cheap drinks at the bar and stood around for 30 minutes just talking to people near the entrance, and then we headed out and went to a club. Like, I spent a lot of money, but I also literally lost money, as in I went out with like a bill like a 5,000 or a 10,000 yen bill in my pocket, and I know I put it in there at the beginning of the night, and I know I didn't spend it, and when the night was over, I just didn't have it anymore. And it was in my wallet, and my wallet was still there, so it wasn't stolen. And I'm like, where the fuck did that money go? Oh, and I did get stopped by the cops for standing on the street. They were very cordial, very polite, but like thorough. They asked if they could check all my pockets. And I don't want to cause any trouble because I'm new here. So I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't have anything on me. I made sure to like clean myself out before going out for my first night. But then I went to the bouncer at the club, at the place I was going to, and he's like, yeah, they did that because you're white. You didn't have to let them do that. Like, first racial profiling, yay! Oh, and at the Nomi Hodai, I also met some other people who are into games. So while drinking at a bar in Tokyo, just talking with an American about RPGs, and like, he likes Final Fantasy, and I like RPGs that aren't Final Fantasy, and so we butted heads a bit over that. Then we were talking like animation and games and stuff to a couple of Japanese people that came over to join, and I mentioned some of the stuff that Polygon has done, and you just see their eyes light up, and I'm like, right, they're a Japanese company, they make a lot of actual anime stuff. People over here know what they've worked on, and that's really cool. Seeing that like flash of recognition, they'd be like, oh, I've already seen all of this thing. Oh, I love that thing, it was so good. And I'm like, one day, I will get that about something that I have made. I will get to work on the thing that gives people that reaction, and I'm so looking forward to it. And then as for house stuff, still chatting with people, it's still good. I've started playing my Switch in the main room when I need some downtime. And so I get to show some people like Cadence of Hyrule or Wargroove, and I talked with a Japanese guy who lives here that cannot speak English, through Google Translate about like old games and old Zeldas and Donkey Kong and stuff. We were talking about the DKC music for a while, and it was really cool. I don't remember anything about language from it, but it's just good to get as many opportunities to say simple sentences as I possibly can. Gotta drill that stuff in. It's still cold. I almost forgot my scarf at a language meetup today. Thank God the Japanese are very good about finding and keeping things and are very polite. Head over to questions. Recommendations for stuff to do. All I can think of are sporting events, and I'm not sure how much interest that'll generate. Not a huge fan of sporting events, but sumo wrestling, if one ever shows up, I will try to keep my eye open for that. That could be fun to do. Gashapon live stream when? No, James. No, that is expensive. Gashapons are like 500 yen to start with, which is $6 for a tiny little plastic toy. And they're not any fun if you don't get like dozens of them trying to game for like one specific thing. I am not dipping my toe into that whatsoever. Stay away from me. And that's it. I'm gonna go make some food so that I have lunches for the upcoming week that I don't have to go out and buy. I'm kind of liking this grind that I'm in right now. I call it a grind, I just mean like the daily routine. Just because it's different. I'm still only a month in. It's living in a new place. Everything still feels fresh, even if it doesn't feel exciting and worth reporting. And it's just so good to be animating. It's so good to be animating.